Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and this time I want to talk about outdoor barbecue grills and different ways to hook up your propane to them when you're camping in your RV. First, you have to decide which kind of barbecue grill that you want. I chose the Camco Olympian 6500 model. This is their top of the line model, and the reason that I like this model mainly is because in addition to the outside temperature gauge, it also has a warming tray. So as you're cooking your meat down here, you can have your bread in the warming tray up here, so your bread isn't actually hitting the fire. Or if you're cooking several pieces of meat, like if you're cooking several hamburgers for people and some of them are ready, you don't want to overcook them, you can put them up here to keep them warm while you're cooking more down here. So I really like that. And this is a special model in another way. This is the way you would have it mounted on like a picnic table or some kind of table. But this one has a special way of mounting it on the side of your motorhome. And that's what I also want to show you. And also, there are basically three ways to hook propane up to a barbecue grill. You can get those little 1 pound canisters that hook directly onto here. And that's probably the most convenient way to do it. Although those little 1 pound canisters don't last very long, and it's the most expensive way to use propane. Choice number 2 is to get a large propane tank. And people generally get a 20 pound propane tank, which is about this tall and that big around. They're really big and heavy, but that's a very economical way of using propane. You can also get 10 pound propane tanks that are obviously half the size, not quite half the size, but they cost about 3 times as much as a 20 pound propane tank. I used to have a 10 pounder and I really liked it. It's a lot less heavy to carry, a lot easier storage, more convenient. So if storage is a problem for you, or if carrying that super heavy propane tank around is a problem for you, you might want to look around to buy a 10 pound propane tank. Now, option number 3 is motorhomes and most RVs will have an onboard propane tank. So you can hook up to the onboard propane tank so that you don't need any separate tanks at all. No 5 pound, no 10 pound, no 20 pound, no 1 pound, anything. And that's what I chose to do. Now, using a exterior tank, like a 20 pound tank, is probably the better way of doing it. It's a lot less expensive to hook up. But I kind of decided that I want to go the luxury route of hooking my barbecue grill up to my onboard propane tank, so I never have to fool with a second portable propane tank. And let me show you what that's like. To begin with, my barbecue grill is on this side of the motorhome, which is on the passenger side. That's where I always use it, and your picnic table is always going to be on your passenger side. But the propane tank is on the other side of the RV. So in order to cook like on the table here, you have to get a hose, a propane hose, stretch all the way across the motorhome to the propane tank which is on the other side. So you can do that with just a hose that you can run underneath the RV, or you can fix up a permanent connection, which is what I did. So let me show you what that is like. Right here is my connection, and this this hose right here goes up there, and it is permanently mounted all the way across the RV and plugged into the propane tank on the other side, and it uses a two-way connector. So the propane tank has its normal connections to the RV, and then it has a secondary connection that is just like a splitter to go to this hose that goes here. And what made this even neater is that I have this connection here so that I can easily disconnect this, and I put it down into here so that when I have this bay door closed, the hose just goes underneath, and then here is the other end of the hose, and this connects directly onto the barbecue grill. And this is an on-off switch here. There's also an on-off switch here. So that is another way of doing it. You might even say that's the most convenient way of doing it, possibly. I really like it, so that's the way I decided to do mine. And I didn't install it myself. I wasn't that adventurous, so I had my RV service center install the hose for me. Now I want to show you how I attach my barbecue grill to the side of my motorhome. So what you do first is you take these feet and fold them in like that. Now there is this piece here, and I'm going to show you how this attaches to the motorhome. You see this? This just rests onto there. Now you have to make sure you get a really good grip on here. And then the grill just attaches to right here. It's actually better to attach that device when the grill is off of the thing here that is called the mounting ring. So there you go. It slips onto this mounting rail, and then it's got rubber pieces here that rest onto the side of the RV. And you don't want to be too crazy with this. It is a little bit wobbly, so you have to be careful and not bump it, but it works really nice. So really the only advantage to this is that you don't have to have a picnic table. You can just stop anywhere and put your grill on the side of your motorhome, and it's just about as convenient as it can get as far as setting up a way to grill your meat or whatever you're cooking. So I just wanted to show you this as one option, as a way to set up your barbecue grill. Good day, folks.